TellTale Games' take on the Borderlands series has been one heck of a ride. I started this episodic adventure with very limited knowledge of the Borderlands world, but it has been every bit as entertaining, if not more so, than TellTale's other games. After the previous episode's great cliffhanger, I was most eager to see what was going to happen next in the series. As I will be showing the events of this episode and sharing my thoughts on them, please be aware that there are big spoilers ahead. So now we continue Tales from the Borderlands with the 4th episode, Escape Plan Zero. This episode opens with the captive Rhys and Fiona still being led by the mysterious masked man. The two are still trying to figure out who he is, and since they aren't currently tied up, Rhys decides that this is an opportune time to make a break for it. I didn't think that this was such a great idea, so I stayed put, which resulted in this amusing moment.
2, 3, go!
That's a weird way to run.
He's zigzagging. It apparently makes him harder to hit.
Of course.
A meteor shower soon starts, and the three characters make for a nearby shelter. From here, the story once again shifts back into the past, as Fiona continues their tale, and we return to the fallout that happened at the end of the last episode. Valerie has Rhys, Fiona, and the rest of the gang trapped. Rhys's friend Vaughn has disappeared along with the elderly Cassius from last episode. But Valerie isn't bothered by this, as she has already obtained what she is really after, Gortys. Valerie wants to know how to reach the Vault of the Traveler, and Gortys tells her that the vault teleports around the universe, and the only way for Gortys to summon it is to obtain her last piece, which is up on the Helios space station. Valerie demands Rhys and Fiona fly up to Helios to take this last upgrade, and not having much choice in the matter, the group agrees.
Yeah, okay, we'll get you the piece.
While the group is arguing on what to do, Rhys's vision of Handsome Jack pops up again. I've pretty much been refusing Jack's help throughout the series, as he is quite the slimeball, and I wanted to rely on Rhys's real friends, instead of this psychopathic dead guy. Handsome Jack does offer Rhys info by telling him that Gortys' upgrade is inside his old office on Helios. Fiona and Rhys then put together a plan to steal the piece in another hilarious sequence where the two exaggerate the story.
I am a living god.
With the plan set, Rhys heads off to get a copy of Vasquez's face, and Fiona and her sister Sasha head to Scooter Shop to get a rocket ship made. Throughout Fiona's following scene, I was honest in all of my dialogue with Scooter, and we discover that Scooter is quite smitten for Fiona.
Oh no, I am so surprised. Come on, girl, I knew you wasn't racers. But you look like a couple of good-natured gals, and I never turn down an opportunity to help a couple ladies, especially when I got a crush on one of them, and I will not say who that is, no matter what. Fiona, shoot!
Aww. Fiona then talks to Scooter's mechanic Janie, aka Springs, who we learned is in a relationship with Athena, the Vault Hunter who got captured in the last episode. After telling Springs what happened to Athena, she asks if Athena has said anything about her, and I shared the truth.
Say anything about me? Before they took her. The way she acted. Sometimes I didn't even know if she liked me. Like maybe I was just a fluke or something.
She told me to pass on a message. She said she loves you.
She did? Oh. Goodness. Okay. Oh. Wow.
With a new determination, Springs agrees to help build the rocket. Rhys's task hasn't been going quite as well, as he discovers Vasquez's face has been cut off by some nearby psychos. After a disgusting, but still funny scene, Rhys obtains his former boss's face, and meets up with the rest of the team to get ready for the mission. After duplicating Vasquez's features for Rhys and buying corporate scum clothing for Fiona and Sasha, the gang launches their ship on a course for Helios. On board the ship, Fiona and Sasha share a great scene together where they talk about what will happen after they find the vault. The relationship between these sisters has been one of my favorite parts of this series, and this scene was one of my favorites from this episode.
Any ideas on how exactly we do that? Or are we just winging it? Again. I know we're good at improvising, but...
We wing it.
Of course we do.
When you're good at something, why stop?
There's then a big hullabaloo in the ship as Scooter wants to launch an advertisement probe for his shop. The group says that this is a terrible idea as it could give away the mission, but I didn't want to turn down Scooter completely, so I said we could launch it on the return trip.
Alive to collect it if we get blown into dust.
We'll talk about it on the way back.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I get it. Prioritizing and all. It's cool. It's cool.
Things quickly get serious as the rockets on the ship are going critical and will destroy the craft unless they are removed. Having no other option, Fiona and Scooter go outside to manually disengage the rockets. Fiona manages to release her rocket, but we discover that Scooter is trapped in the other rocket's hatch. With little time left, Scooter says the only thing to do is release the rocket with him on it. This surprisingly depressing turn of events left me a bit heartbroken, as Scooter has been one of the most upbeat and fun characters in the series. I told him he was a real hero, and caught up in the moment, I gave him one final hug.
Y'all should be so lucky.
You're a hero. You know that, right?
I kinda am, huh?
You are.
Well, it feels good.
Right rocket is way past critical, guys.
Now go on. I gotta catch a ride. Alright, y'all. It's probably the end, but you see Moxie or Ellie, you tell them I did some awesome shit, okay? It's been real. Catch a ride!
Back inside the ship, Fiona sees Scooter's advertisement capsule, and in honor of the sacrifice he made, I launched it into space with his catchphrase.
What did we do? We honored him as best we could. Launching this on the way back isn't good enough. We're doing it now.
Make it something good. It's the least we can do.
Not long after, the group arrives at Helios, and Rhys, disguised as Vasquez, begins the infiltration. However, things start going bad almost immediately, as Hyperion guards don't believe Rhys's cover story. Rhys's friend Yvette shows up, and while I was initially glad to see her, we learn that she has made a deal with Vasquez to kill Rhys and obtain the data inside his head.
I know. Reese's Pieces. It's terrible. His death, not the button.
I'm not taking the blame for this. Our deal was clear. You were supposed to retrieve his head so management could download whatever the hell was inside of there that was so damn valuable. Now we'll never collect the reward. 'Cause you lost a critical Hyperion asset.
I'm sure we went over the particulars, but can you remind me what's in Reese's head that's so
You're kidding
valuable?
me.
And all the excitement on Pandora, it must have slipped my mind.
I guess our reward slipped your mind too. You had one job, and, well, you blew it.
This did come as quite a shock to me, as I felt Yvette would be a trustworthy friend based on the first episode.
Let's see how you like answering.
Once Yvette started threatening me, I kept the facade of an equally threatening Hugo Vasquez, and made her back off, at least for a while.
Sure, let's talk to him. But if I go down, you're coming with me.
Once inside, Rhys and Jack start disabling the Helios security system, allowing the rest of the team to enter. Fiona, Sasha, and Gortys then work together to steal a tour guide badge, as handsome Jack's office can only be entered through the VIP tour. Gortys is particularly hilarious in the scene, managing to spill coffee all over the tour guide.
Do you care for another glass of whatever it is humans drink? Uranium milk, perhaps? Ooh.
Oh, my outfit's ruined!
Oh no, this is so terrible. Nothing gets coffee and whiskey out.
You. Do you have any idea who this is?
A nice tour guide lady?
The tour guide lady. She's the head of all Helios tours, and you're superior.
Come on, I'll help you find a change of clothes.
After obtaining the badge, Fiona and Gortys head off for the VIP tour, where they find...
Fiona? I don't like their faces. They aren't moving.
This next segment was quite amusing for me because, as I said before, I have very little knowledge of the Borderlands universe, and so like Fiona, I felt like I was really winging the whole tour because I had no idea what any of this stuff was.
My friends, is...
No freaking way.
Jack's infamous horse, made from real diamonds. And,
Wish I had a horse like that.
whoever rides this horse is granted 3 wishes. All 3 of Jack's wishes, naturally, were for more guns.
Ingenious.
Fiona and the tour group then arrive at the entrance to Jack's office, which has a big old force field in front of it. The tour group gets annoyed that they can't get inside Jack's office, and despite my warnings, one of them charges ahead and gets instantly vaporized. The office door then locks down. With no way to get it open, Rhys says that they'll need another way inside Jack's office.
I just need to think about this for a second, and maybe if we hold tight. Okay, I gotta call you back. Yvette's here.
Crap. He said to hold tight.
Switching back to Rhys, we see that Yvette has returned, and she further explains her motivations for betraying Rhys and Vaughn. She then starts calling security, and we are given the choice to either subdue her with a stun baton or talk her down. I chose to talk her down because I had a few choice words to say to her.
There's a ton of security nearby. I wouldn't push my luck if I were you.
I'm a betting man, Yvette. Always have been. And right now, I'm feeling pretty damn good about my odds. Even with guards nearby. So what do you say, Yvette? Do you like gambling?
I'll give you a little more time. But I'm watching you.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
After dealing with Yvette, Jack reveals that there's another entrance into his office through a trapdoor. Unfortunately, it is located in a security cell. Getting arrested is the new plan, and Fiona decides to wreak some havoc in order to do so. In this choice over which piece of art to vandalize, I chose the horse, and much to Fiona's horror and mine, the horse started bleeding.
This horse down.
Grrr! I'm ready for prison life!
Why is it...
You didn't see anything!
Why is it doing that? Why is it bleeding? There's blood! Why is there blood?
It was just filled with strawberry jam!
This next scene is so gleefully silly you can't help but love it. On his way to meet up with Fiona at the security cell, Rhys is stopped by accountants. What at first seems like a grim situation turns to hilarity as all the accountants and Rhys start having a finger gun war. This lengthy but oh so entertaining QTE sequence is good fun, and I think it's one of the most enjoyable QTE sequences TellTale's ever done. Emerging victorious, Rhys continues on and finally reunites with Fiona and Gortys. Once they get rid of the security guard, the trio finds an extensively booby-trapped trapdoor, and working together manage to get Rhys through it.
Hurry up, Rhys.
At last, Rhys is inside Jack's office, and it isn't long before he finds Gortys' upgrade piece.
Okay.
Handsome Jack tells Rhys that he
Here
can
we
exit
go.
the office by sitting on his
Big
old
seat.
chair.
It's all yours.
Switching briefly back to Fiona, we overhear Gortys talking to another character down the hall. Fiona investigates and finds out that it is Yvette who is onto them and has captured Sasha. In this episode's final scene, Jack asks Rhys what he would do if he ruled Hyperion. I said that I would want to make the planet of Pandora a better world to live in. Jack then says I can link up to Hyperion from this office, and together we could rule. So for the final choice of this episode, we can decide whether to rule Hyperion or reject it. And here's how my choice in this crucial moment went down.
You'll never get another shot. I'd say there's no rush, but,
Hell no! You're a psychopath. Why would I trust you?
after all the times I tried to help you, after all we've been through.
You refuse everything
You've ever wanted? Oh, I knew you were an idiot the moment you plugged me into your empty little head. I should have grabbed you by the skull and bashed your brains against a frickin' rock.
You know you died alone, right? Vault hunters killed your friends, they killed your family, and you croaked in some volcano in the middle of nowhere.
I am really going to enjoy killing you.
I'm done talking. I'm using the trapdoor.
No. No, you really not.
Rhys, machine is off. Did you get the beacon? We're ready for you.
Oh, that poor, sweet Fiona. She never even caught on that I was in your head this whole time.
All good. Just getting into position.
What are you doing?
Oh, I can't believe how long I was stuck inside that empty little head of yours. God, it's good to be out. Woo! Well, that shit's done. I'm everywhere in the system now. Not to mention my sweet new body.
You're a maniac.
No, I am handsome goddamn Jack!
Well, that certainly didn't go well. I decided to reject Hyperion because I don't trust Jack, and I felt like Rhys shouldn't have anything to do with this corrupt organization anymore. As you can see, things are looking pretty bad for the game's heroes, and I have no idea how they're going to get out of this. With one episode left, I am most anxious to see how the Masked Man, the Vault of the Traveler, and everything else will be resolved. I'm hoping nothing terrible happens to Gortys, who has quickly become my favorite character of the series. If she dies, I will be quite distraught. Whatever happens, Tales from the Borderlands has been a real joy to play, and I can't wait to see what will happen in the season finale. Did you enjoy this episode? Any opinions on the characters or events? Feel free to comment below, and don't forget to hit that like button. Until next time, keep having great adventures, everyone!